everyone, Jenitsu here. Wow, I just hit 5k subs today. Last year I was almost convinced that I wouldn't reach the minimum monetization of 1,000 people, so I am so grateful for you all and all of your support, and I love reading your comments. Even if I don't know what to respond, I promise I do read them all. So as a special milestone, I'm planning on a stream where I read bad fanfiction. My friend wants to make it into a drinking game where I drink every time I break character, so I'll give you all plenty of heads up before that happens. Also, I do apologize there's no video for this week. 2 pharmacists quit at the same time and I have been working so many extra hours and I'm tired. But anyway, I missed you all and I wanted to give you an update on things I'm working on and future stuff for the channel. First off, I got a new microphone. So if you noticed a recent jump in proper sound quality, this is why. Second, I want to tell you about ideas I have for upcoming videos and my update schedule. Let's talk about my ongoing stories. I have one for Man Crybaby and Zenitsu. Wow, I really do have a thing for screaming blondes, don't I? I really ought to do a psych eval on myself to figure out what that says about me. All we need is Thorfinn and we have the complete set, am I right? Anyway, my Crybaby story 12 Steps is the longest and almost fully written, all but the finale and a bit of epilogue after. You're looking at about 20 parts from start to finish. However, in my opinion, I do believe that this is the best thing I've ever written. My magnum opus. It's a high-stakes, dramatic romance noir, full of action and espionage. So if you've seen Hunter x Hunter and you like the Phantom Troop arc, I highly suggest checking it out. I'm actually pretty proud of it, and I don't normally say that about my indulgent rubbish storytelling. My Armin story, The Enigma Omega, on the other hand, is my most indulgent tripe story. This is my second longest. 7 parts are written, and I anticipate at least 5 more before it's finished. This is, as you probably guessed, an Omegaverse story, and I don't anticipate the final chapter will be appropriate for YouTube, because I just can't maintain self-control. I'm thirsty sometimes. Guys, I'm sorry. This may be a future Patreon thing, I'll let you know. My third and most popular of the 3 is my Zenitsu story, The Rouge Ruse, where Zenitsu falls in love with you while he's undercover in a brothel, and he can't confess without outing himself as a dude. Believe it or not, I actually had this idea first as an Armin dressed as Krista story, but when I read the Red Light District arc, I realized it would be so much funnier with a character as animated as Zenitsu. This one I'm writing as I go. There's 2 parts out now, and I plan for about 6 more? It's kind of dubious when I try to plot out a story. It always grows beyond my ability to predict. Like, my Crybaby story was only meant to be 12 chapters to correspond with the title as well as the Phantom Troop members, but you can see how that turned out. Anyway, my plan is to do one of these each per month, just to make sure you all have enough variety. So that's why I don't do several in a row of the same story until it's complete, so you don't get bored. Now onto other upcoming stories. I do plan to keep a steady influx of the Kamaboko trio because I see how much you guys like those. The next one is the sequel to The Drunk One. It's just the plot of The Hangover, guys. I'm not that original. I had an epic request, and that is a Demon Slayer Squid Game crossover. So it's gonna be the Kamaboko trio in the Squid Games, and I don't know how it's gonna play out, but my mind is racing with ideas. So thank you, Doki Cartoon, for such a unique and fun original request. I'm definitely gonna do it. Also, I'm going to expand my character repertoire with Nezuko, Mitsuri, Shinobu, Genya Giyu, etc. My future likely also lies in Jujutsu Kaisen. Don't want to get pigeonholed in Demon Slayer forever, as much as I love screaming like Zenitsu. It's cathartic, really. But like I have with Hunter and AOT, I will be slowly starting new anime. I have requests for Hero Academia, Love is War, Beastars, and a few others. And I know you want more Neko stuff. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Also, side note, I do have multiple stories written for Killing Stalking. I don't know how many of us fans there are left, but if you are one, leave a comment, and I totally have content for you. I might put something up for you.
I have oodles.
And finally, I'll announce to you my passion project. If you wondered why I'm dabbling in digital art lately, this is the reason. Since I already write stories and I can already draw the characters, I figured, what is stopping me from making a playable anime boy Otome game? Yes, one you can play. I won't spoil who my first dating sim is, but based on my channel's name and aesthetic, you can probably guess who gets the honor. But I won't stop there. I have one planned for the Kamaboko trio as well. It'll have different choices and various endings. It'll be a spooky Halloween type of story, like Until Dawn but on a much smaller scale. Now don't get your hopes up too high just yet. This is a lot of work ahead of me on top of my usual content. Not to mention I have to complete a digital art course just so that I have the skills to be able to do this. So that's gonna take like 16 weeks. But I figured I would tell you now, just so you know you have that to look forward in the future of the channel. So subscribe so you don't miss it. I plan to use Kocho to start, and move on to a more professional visual novel maker when I get more used to things, or if it performs well down the line. So if you have any advice on Baby's first Otome game, please leave me any comments or advice. I'm open to all suggestions. As usual, I will be back this week with my usual content. Thank you for being patient with me, and as always, thank you for watching. Bye!